Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Podcast episode 8 of the Purple Capsule. I'm your host, Killer Cam. We are back again for another banger. We're a little bit short staffed today. You got people going on vacation, some people out of state, but we got a special guest again today. And if you like, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Becca Hayes. I went to high school with Cam.
Yes, you did. And we got stories for days. We go way back. And this episode was dedicated to her. I'm gonna
What?
let everybody else introduce themselves as well, but she's like, I'm sick of this red pill, blue pill shit. Y'all need
Oh
to talk
my God.
about something. Hey, that's fine. We balance. We can talk about anything over here. So this is pretty much the episode for the intellectuals. Y'all gonna like this one. I wish we had the full cast here so we could all give those thoughts, but the family can introduce themselves as well.
Absolutely. Uh, you already know Millie Mill in the building. Just here to give you the best content we possibly can, give you some insight, just let you have us enjoy your day, On to the next one.
It's your boy BIG. I've been gone 2 days, missing out in my back. Ready to give y'all what y'all need, man.
Y'all niggas goofy as hell. What is y'all on? But nah, I'm Trent, and you already know what I do.
Do we?
Yeah, I'm not doing this with you niggas today, man.
I'm just saying, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right, I feel you.
All right, I guess, hey, appreciate you.
Yeah, we're here with our humble and gracious host. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Killer Cam himself, say so.
look, I'm just out here, man.
With our nearest and dearest friends.
I'm just trying to be like Drake. Anyway,
Ew,
our,
boo.
our opening chat topic, just to warm it up, if you could pick any world to live in, what would it be? It could be anime, it could be a video game world, it could be a
Mm,
movie world. What would it be? Take your time to think about it. I'm gonna give my example. I was thinking about it. I was just like,
Oh,
anybody can
that's
say,
the
Sean, don't cut me off. What I said, all his internet's fucking. That's what I was saying. Like anybody can say, I would love to be in Marvel, but would you be the main? Would you have a superpower? I could be like DC Online, where DC Online, the premise was everybody gets powers, and then I'm like, okay, I can be a hero. But what if you're just a random person in one of the universe?
bro,
And the Hulk folds your car up to beat somebody
there's
ass.
no insurance for that, bro. I was just thinking.
Hey,
You feel me?
I see the shade, Becca. I see the shade.
You see me? So I'm just like,
You see the
hey,
shade.
but I'm gonna let y'all think about it. I'm gonna let y'all spit.
Oh, you tell me what world I want to live in? Like, do I get any extra caveats, or I gotta just be a normal person in that world?
Nah, go crazy. I was
Oh
just
shit.
giving an example.
Oh, yeah, then send me to DC and make me a Kryptonian, bruh. I'll be straight.
Okay.
I got a two-parter.
I won't live on Earth either. Fuck Earth.
If if I'm just a regular person, I say Ready Player One world.
Yeah.
And
It's
if
a very depressing world, though.
I mean, you're right,
Oh, yeah.
but that's why they made a world I can escape to. There
Mm.
you go. Uh, if I get to choose Wakanda, in MCU for sure. I doubt.
Fee, welcome.
Greetings, greetings.
What's up, boy?
Who is Red Death?
That's P.
Greetings.
Why? Why are you like this?
Because all I want is justice.
Fam, I feel like I'm scrolling through TikTok and I get to that part where those dudes have those like arm things and then they stick their cards inside and they're like, I choose you. And that's what that feels like right now.
Oh,
That's who I, that's who I am. Are we shaming people in their hobbies? No, I'm just playing.
He
Hey,
called himself Red Death. Excuse me.
Red Death.
Right?
If he was a rap artist or some, even EDM, whatever, cool, Red Death. I'll call you Red Death. But just introducing yourself as Red Death is just different.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
hey.
Hey,
If
Anyway,
I came in here and I said, "Hey, my name is Megatron," you wouldn't like laugh a little bit?
Nah.
Yeah, I'll laugh, and then I'll
Yeah,
just let you rock
exactly.
with
Thank
it.
you, Trent.
But I'll let you rock with it though. Megatron, it is. You know what I mean? In this day and age, it's Pride Month, bro. You identify whatever you want to.
So dead.
Hey, it doesn't have to be Prime Month, but I feel you.
You
Well, I
gonna be
mean,
you gonna be in a Transformers world, Becca?
No, absolutely not. I'd probably be Lord of the Rings, honestly.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I mean, Lord of the Rings is a good world. It's a good world, but we black, so we can't go to the Lord of the Rings. We don't exist there.
Who says? You can put yourself there if you want to.
Who's a black
You can
Being
character?
manipulate the world however you want.
who was black in Lord of the Rings? According to all them fanboys online, Tolkien didn't like black people.
bro. Hold on.
It's like saying, who said that
Somebody.
wasn't
He was a
white?
bystander.
Like,
He wasn't a main character.
obviously, if
Oh,
you read
Ah,
where he's
that
from,
don't count,
he's
Bill.
not obviously white, but he's portrayed as white.
It does count. Give me a second, bro. I swear I saw it.
There are people that have been retconned and later put into the series that say they exist over farther lands, but the main core fan base say the story. There's no one black in the
The Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings prequel had a black dude.
which is the reason why people got mad. The whole reason why. And that's not considered canon.
We don't care about what the people thought. I'm just saying, if you want to be in that world, you can.
Hypothetically speaking.
what would you be doing? What would you be doing in that world?
Oh, I'd probably just hang out in Rivendell and dangle my feet across a waterfall or something and write. I'd just be chilling.
I'll go to the Shire and smoke weed all day, bro.
Yeah, hang out with Barry and Pippin. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, you be tall as shit, bro.
Hey, taller
Real.
hell. But I'll be having a good ass time dancing all the fireworks with Gandalf and all of them. What? Live a great life with them.
I think it's either that or going into Hunter x Hunter and trying to get my hunter's license.
Huh? Oh wow.
I'm mad at that.
No, not with Hisoka walking around.
Hisoka? Okay, you're right. But
Not with him walking around. But no, I ain't mad at the choice though. That's a good choice.
John?
I'm definitely doing anime. I'm between either Dragon Ball.
Oh, you a wild boy.
I'm either between Dragon Ball. Of course, if I'm doing Dragon Ball, of course I'm being a Saiyan off red. Like that's
Okay.
no brainer.
Wow, so
Ah,
original.
I probably do my other one. I probably do Bleach.
I'm mad at that.
I probably do Bleach.
Are you saying Bleach as a regular person?
I would definitely be a squad. I would definitely be a squad captain. I definitely be a squad captain.
Now, if we talking about regular people, then I'm going to Star Trek, bro. They live in peace and tranquility, bro. They got everything, bro. I'm going to Star Trek. I ain't got to stress about nothing, bro. Get a desk job, bro. They got universal health care, universal what's that? Income, UBI. Yeah, I'll be straight, bro. Work for Starfleet, bro. Be like, yeah, it's an airstrike. And just leave, bro. Perfect little simple life, bro. Get myself married to a blue woman, bro. Blue tall woman, bro. Have little mixed hybrid babies. Yeah, that's the life right there. Living a good life.
Jeez,
That's if I'm a normal person, bro. For what?
Why?
You don't want to live. You don't live normal and be rich.
Who wants to live a normal life? Who wants to do that?
You would be surprised, actually.
I'm sick.
Not worrying about bills or nothing like that. Sound like a plan to me.
I'm trying to go cut somebody's head off real quick.
Damn, bro, you need a hug, bro.
For me, it would probably be like the Apex universe. See how that goes, or i.e. the Titanfall universe, or
You wildin'.
you know what I'm saying? Or
I'm not mad at it.
Or probably the Avatar era when they had that thing going on. Not Korra's era, but Aang's era. Like when he was yeah.
What type of bender would you be? Or do you not want to do that?
I'll probably be a firebender.
Okay.
But I think
Oh, you gonna be an enemy of the state. All right.
I'll probably be like the angriest firebender that ever walked that planet, bro. I'm not even gonna
Uh, it's debatable.
You say you're gonna be best friends with Lord Ozai?
Nah, I don't even think he's angry.
I don't think he angry. Well,
I think he's just
So
prideful.
that's a very backstabbing culture, man. They'll stab you in the back in a moment notice to get up, bro.
Oh, I'm definitely not winning against the Zula, but still.
I'm mad at that.
Not mad at that either.
Too rich for my blood.
Hey, I'll go into
That's
Star
it.
Wars, be a Sith Lord. You know,
That's so.
Yeah, here we go, Kaylee.
one villain
Yeah.
in the chat. Hey, I'll be a villain. Hey, we was having that conversation, but he was like, "Hey, if I was Spider Man, hey, some of my villains got to go, bruh. Got to
Oh
go.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Green Goblin gotta go.
Got to go.
100%.
Got to go."
Carnage gotta go.
Yeah, like I said, just make me a Kryptonian, bro. I'm leaving the planet, bro. I'm gonna go sit in the sun and just live there for a couple years until I become a god, bro. Just start remaking universes somewhere else, bro.
Injustice would have happened a lot sooner for me though. I would look at Batman and say, you gonna handle this? Well, I'm gonna handle it.
He's like, he cannot go on living. Joker, you wildin'.
Letting Joker do all this shit. Hey, I give you a couple days, big dog.
He said he won't even got the chance to nuke Metropolis. Huh?
He'd be up out of here. But the segue into our topic, Trent did bring up a good point with the utopian society. The question is, Becka wanted us to talk about some shit. I'm gonna let her start, but pretty much how the American system programs its citizens into believing capitalism is the pinnacle of how society ought to be run. So, Becca, I'm gonna let you spit. I'm gonna let you set the case, and we can unpack this.
I guess to
Packers.
phrase it as a question, it would be: do you believe that the American system purposely programs people into believing capitalism is the right way to live?
It
Which
did.
Absolutely.
Let her spit.
okay.
Let her spit.
No, I want to hear what they have to say, because that was the whole reason I asked the question in the first place. Because, like, you know, I have my opinion or my take, but I also am very open minded and want to, like, you know, gain knowledge on the subject, because I only have the perspective of the white female, you know, living in America. And I think capitalism works well for white people, but I don't think it works well for anybody else. And it's not even just that problem. I think it goes into, like, you know, going to thinking about how the Cold War was the main proponent for global influence, where communists, I'm quoting one of my friends here when I'm saying this, but they uh had this, you know, idea of this economic philosophy of communism that was comically opposed to the philosophy of capitalism, and the proponents of communism at that time were horribly corrupt. So then it was like, okay, well, obviously we're going to go towards capitalism because that seems what has worked thus far. So why would we stray away from that? And then if you think about it, up until this point, the the culture that has been raised within, you know, ever since America was founded, has been informed by its origin and historical events to be the way that it is. Um, so how were they to know anything different? Because this is what has been, because, you know, historically speaking, that's all they know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and have you ever seen a society that has successfully achieved communism? No. So then how can you make the ideal a reality? And is America too far gone, you know, to ever achieve that? Sadly, just a scary sentence to say.
You gotta do a great reset. You gotta wipe the earth, man. Start over.
Absolutely. 100%. You want to go first, Trey?
Nah.
All right.
Like, let me
In
go.
my
Yeah, back up.
opinion, I think America is 100% too far gone. I feel like when it comes to capitalism, it was just it's basically people being greedy and want to have all the money to themselves and make it harder for other people, essentially separating us by class and finances. It's like I don't know, it's just that sense of superiority that I think is a problem with this country. Everybody's trying to be the richest and have the most power, if you will. And the people that actually have it, they have no intention of letting go of that power or even sharing it or trying to be unified as a country, which I think is problematic. So that's why I say it's too far gone. 100%. There's no coming back from that. That's
I
my take.
agree, and it's sad. Would you ever consider like moving elsewhere where it seems more
Oh,
Boys. No, I'm
absolutely. Only reason I say absolutely because I feel like it's gotten to the point where we value a dollar more than a human being, which I think is
Mhm.
problematic. Because if you think about a dollar bill, anything you buy in this world, you can, if you lose it, it gets misplaced, you can buy it again. You lose somebody, you lost that person. There is not going to be another version of that person. So I don't understand why we then put more value on money than we do on people. Like I think it's problematic, extremely problematic.
Yeah.
I'm going to New Zealand.
Absolutely.
New Zealand?
Yeah, I'm going to
Out of
New
all,
Zealand.
why'd you choose that one?
Because it's just the perfect environment. You got mountains and stuff, and you got cities. It's
They got
beautiful.
free
It's
health. They
quiet.
got free healthcare over there, don't they? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Governmentally, I don't know how New Zealand runs, to be honest.
going to Canada.
Canada.
a lot of
My thing with Canada is too cold, but I was thinking Canada. It's too cold.
Canada has a
still,
lot of its own problems too.
yeah, it's still it's still America at the end of the day.
They ain't us.
They bowed down if the president says, "Hey, yo, Justin Trudeau, get down," he gonna get down.
Then go ahead and spit. I know you. This your shit, bruh. You all in history.
I want to hear everyone's point of view. I want to let everyone unpack themselves.
Man,
I
shit,
mean, we
I ain't
can
really
bounce off of each other.
Go ahead,
shit.
son.
I ain't really got nothing. I don't even dabble. I don't even dabble in this. I just be trying to live best way I can.
I feel it.
Hey, like I said, bro, I'm old school with it, bro. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit, bro. As long as you leave me and mine alone, I leave you. I leave yours and your shit alone. You feel me?
I'm not mad at
But now I ain't gonna lie though. If I did want to leave, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna sound a little crazy, but I would live in the woods. I ain't finna hold you.
why.
What the wood?
I'm a simple man.
Oh,
You gonna be like the
I'm
Unabomber?
turning. Yeah, I'm turning. I'm gonna turn the clock. I'm gonna turn it down all the way back. I'm like, yeah, I'm hunting my food. I ain't gotta worry about I ain't gonna have to worry about taxes, none of that, bruh. Just live in peace, bruh.
The IRS is the biggest agency of all time. But
They gonna hunt your ass down. They don't care where you live.
That's fair.
everybody pays.
I
all the
guarantee you,
fees.
they got assassins you don't know about. I promise you, 100%.
The IRS.
100%.
The IRS, they get
100%.
you.
They can
They
find
everywhere.
you.
To bring
Come on.
to bring it back, how much does like the media influence capitalism? Like,
I mean, during the height of what they would say capitalism was working was during Reaganomics and things like that in like the 80s. So like that was like trickled down and stuff. I think that was the height of it. And that's what they said. The mall was this super power structure that influenced everyone. Like go be gaudy. People was watching like Dallas on TV, and that was like so during that era influenced so many people, which is why a lot of our parents just believe get a college education and it'll work.
That shit
Which all
most annoying.
which is all part of it because you paying into that system, which is also paying. So that was like
Saying.
huge brainwashing. But now because of social media and because our generation, particularly Gen Z and the millennials, we kind of woke up and kind of like this shit don't work, bro. Like it don't work, and that's what Bernie Sanders should have won. But anyway, like it's so that's just what society as a whole like it just doesn't work. Like capitalism it worked, but it, like she said, it only works for a certain minority of people. Everybody else, it just you got to step on somebody else's neck to
Right.
Yeah.
get them. That's how capitalism
Agreed.
works.
Yeah.
actually,
You can't hold each other up.
I got a question for you though, Trent. Do you think America's too far gone? Do you think we can ever get back to a more honest way of living?
You would have to like gut out the entire political system and restart it
It's
all.
it's inherently like, the way it's structured inherently is really fucked up, and you would have to just tear it down and rebuild.
Like
I
everything,
agree.
everyone, get everybody out and like
We
do
literally have
official.
to overthrow the government.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, where Eli? Where's Eli?
exactly. I was just about to
Where
say
is
that. Man.
Eli?
Hey,
You want to talk
you
about
should be here.
throwing over the government? Get that man Eli in here.
Hey, call that man, bro. Tell him we talking about the government.
Just
But yeah, that is literally the only way we would ever. 'Cause otherwise, now it's just gonna become mega corporations. Because I mean, we're already there.
We're
Like
already
I
there.
didn't, but like they're gonna get like the I guess the fictionalized, the cyberpunk version of it, where like mega corporations do more than just lobby.
Right.
Now they just directly influence everything in the
Cause I
world.
was definitely talking to I think my coworker about this. We was bringing up the case like most of the world problems that we deal with could have already been solved, but they just choose to keep it that way because it makes them richer. It's kind of messed up in a lot of ways. Like a lot of this stuff could have been solved already. So like world hunger, all that shit could have been solved, but people don't want to let go of their money. They too clenched up on that greed, that capitalism. It's messed up.
It's a lot of whataboutism too. It's the reason why
Yeah,
like they don't want our generation to get our student loans forgiven. They don't want none of us to start
Oh
off
my
on a
god.
proper foot in life, and they like I had to pay 30,000 and 40,000, and when I was coming up in the 90s, and you should have to do the same thing I have to do. Why?
Yeah,
Don't you want
why?
me to have a better advantage? Like, what
Right.
are you talking about? Like, don't you want me to succeed?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you gotta learn.
No.
You gotta learn
it's
from the
like
problem.
nah.
You
My
gotta
thing
learn
is
from
like you had your time, bro. Shit, let me shine, bro. Like shit,
but
you bust your ass so I could be great. That's what the whole thing is about. But
Yeah,
and they also
trust.
was able to live a whole life. Like back in the day, you could work a factory job or whatever.
you
They
was
take your
good.
family to Disney 2 times a year, pay off $100,000 home, have 3 cars, go have a boat, and like you was able to live a whole entire life. One little factory job. Like now you need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jobs, and that's before you even start paying student loans.
Facts.
So
Facts.
what's the point?
So then,
I hate that generation.
going off that for the factory jobs, how much has like the schooling system failed us since school
Constantly.
hasn't adapted to the ways, let alone upgraded its ways to today's times? Because
It,
everybody's still in school learning how to be a factory worker.
it's
Yeah, I saw something about that. Like they don't teach us how to live life. Like even in high
at all.
school, they don't teach you. They teach you to work menial labors or go to the military. Like in my school, inner city school, they had like you got to be enrolled, employed, or enlisted. Like that was the criteria to graduate,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
And that's all they wanted. Like they didn't care about anything else. They didn't teach us financial literacy. Because once you learn about financial literacy, now you think they got so mad with GameStop when those people finessed the system and got rich. They were pissed. And that's when they put all that lockdowns on Robinhood. Because it's like you poor, you're not supposed to game the system like that. You're not supposed to succeed. That's
Right.
what we do. So like
Yeah.
they purposely don't teach people that. Like they go out their way not to.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy when you're saying sorry, when you were
nah,
saying
go ahead, go
about
ahead.
the veteran stuff, like, like, pushing people into the military and that's all they care about. They really don't care about veterans at all after the fact, at all.
Yeah.
And then, like, anybody who's disabled or, like, get injured from the military or whatever, like, they're completely screwed for the rest of time. And it's like,
Mhm.
"What the what?"
Unless you got some type of prestige or anything like that, they really don't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
And I
Mm,
think too, to go back on the schooling, like I thought it was kind of wild they took away the different trades and all the different programs they had in schooling back in like say my mom's day and age because she's in her 60s, but when she was in schooling they had everything. They had cooking class, sewing class, construction work, and all types of shit to get you ready for life other than just the academics. And the
Mhm.
fact that they took that away is insane to me. Like it's actually dumb. Like it's the dumbest thing ever. So
you'd
I
be sur-
really feel like it's dumb on their part. What you about to say, Trey?
you'd be surprised. I've met a lot of like important people in my life, just the nature of my job, both my jobs. I've met like CEOs. A lot of them you ask them, like, oh, what you go to school for? And they'd be like, oh, I went to school for art. But you're a CEO of this like major company, like
You
Like
figured it out.
most of the stuff doesn't teach you. Like school don't
Teach you
teach you
shit.
to be successful. Like you got an art degree, but you're running a technology company and not using anything about art. like where's the correlation? Because
Yeah,
it doesn't teach
I
you
agree.
anything. They just teach you to, like you said, run menial labor and keep the road running.
Yeah, I mean,
Even though they would teach us trades, because I feel like
what
if
was
everyone
that?
had a trade, we'd be straight.
What's that show you was talking about with?
Mhm.
Oh, we lost a meal. Fine. Yeah,
That's a wild pose.
right. Well, Jamil gonna come back. We're gonna let him say his piece. But how deep do y'all think the game is as far as like once you graduate high school, your parents are like, you gotta go to college, you gotta go to college. Universities, the tuition's high as hell, so you gotta take out student loans. And then you're there for 4 years that you don't know at a young age, at 18 years old, what you want to do in life. And so you might go through those 3 years not knowing what you do. And then you gotta pick a major your fourth year, and then you're out of school, and then now you got to figure out life with student loans, which just continues to cycle. So
Uh, I've heard, and this was in one of my classes, finance classes. One of my professors, he used to tell us like the truth, and he said that they had like an algorithm that they have from like the age of 5, and like they know exactly where your life is going to be, like trajectory, like how much money they're going to get from you, how they're going to direct you, when they're going to get their money, how they're going to get their money, and say like this, so they know like the system is rigged from the start, like they know, like, oh yeah, like, oh, based off of the way he answered this question, he did this, we know exactly. And oh, he's gonna be in the prison pipeline. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Like, I did report
Yeah.
from the school to prison pipeline, because a lot of those educational systems, like, yeah, we need people to build, what's those things? License plates. So okay, we know him, he's been in trouble three times and he's in first grade. Yep. We target him, put that on this file.
yeah,
It's gonna get you right in jail. We're gonna set you up real quick and keep you in ISF. We're gonna keep you there, like, because you're gonna get used to being in trouble so much. So when you get locked up for 20 years, you're like, that's all I know.
Yeah.
There you go, free slave labor for the next 20 years. And they knew from
What?
the age of 5.
I have a question. What keeps you pushing in life, knowing that you're a cog in this, well-oiled machine that just keeps on running, uh, to like continue on? Because it's like you already know what's up. So like, is it just for the simple joys of life, or is it because you have an aspiration to do something and you know it's still achievable within this machine that you're in? Or you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a
good
good
question.
question.
Yeah.
It's a great question. I think it's because I know what I want to do, and I know like my end goal and what I want. Like I know what I want, and now that I know I'm aware of it, I just got to move a certain way. I think that's
Okay.
really my main goal. Like
I
honestly, I
think
think that's it.
I think the bad part about capitalism is that we all want to get to that top, so that we can
Mhm.
change things, and so that's what's pushing us. But at the end of the day, even though that tunnel's dark and life is unfair, you just gotta keep adapting and just keep finding your lane, and hopefully your dream comes into that and you keep pushing towards it. But it's hard, it's tough.
Mm. When in
Yeah.
doubt, only fans it out.
Hey.
That's the truth. When in doubt, I mean, because of social media, that anyone could become a millionaire now. Anyone can
Mhm.
market their image. Like this is the first time in history where just about anyone could. Now I say, will you? But this with TikTok and now people getting brand deals just from like looking a certain way, and now their whole life has changed. Like this is the highest opportunity you could to become rich just from one little tweet, and all of a sudden now you writing for a comic book or something, and your life is done. Like what?
But going
That's
off
how it happens.
going off that trend, you think there's some rules like the people at the top, like, hey, yo, we gonna give you this money, but you know, you gotta either
Oh,
act,
Oh yeah.
you gotta.
for sure. It's for
It's
sure
definitely
there's
wrong.
100 times the rule. It's too many black billionaires now, and that for them not to have like really be doing anything for us. Like the only billionaire I can really think of that's actually doing something of worth towards to help at least American people and not running experiments like Bill Gates is like Mark Cuban with his medicine. Like his little free medicine that he's been giving to people working with like GoodRx. Like that's like one of the few billionaires I can think of that's actually trying to do something to give the fight back against the insurance companies.
Right.
But otherwise, most billionaires, like no
But
disrespect
that's
to Jay Z.
counterintuitive because he's a billionaire.
Yeah, I know.
So sorry, continue on. It just you made my brain hurt.
But like I said, it's because he become a billionaire, you have to step on people's toes. But at least he's doing something to compare to everyone else. Like, what's Elon Musk doing for anybody else?
Making Twitter really hard to use.
Yeah. What's
He
Jay
tried.
Z doing? What's Kanye doing? Saying anti-Semitic things. Like, what's Rihanna doing? What's Bill Gates
Dylan,
doing to help people? Like, they're not doing it. At least he's helping give people medicine and free insulin and things like that. At least he's doing something of some work
I'm gonna go.
compared to anybody else.
I'm gonna go off that again, Trent. So once you make it, do you just disappear? Because though you realize the world's so far gone. Well, America's so far gone. You're just like, I ain't got nothing. I can't really do nothing. I'm just gonna put some food on the table, raise my kids, and just disappear.
I don't think that would sit right with my soul.
I don't think I could do that. I always tell you I want to get back to my community. Like, so I would do
I'm,
my best, start buying
I'm sure
land,
they.
property.
No, I'm sure they give back, but it's like, let's say black people as a whole, like Jay Z, we need you to start building schools. It's like, I mean, I
LeBron
can,
did it.
but LeBron did it. He built one school, but it's like you can't
Hmm.
build schools around the whole nation. They gonna come get me or some shit like that. Like, do you have like what are those strings that you have to like? Can you really do much? I know we're not rich, so we don't know. We don't know how deep it goes, but like,
They
you
probably
just ask the
are.
question, like everybody, these billionaires and these millionaires, why aren't they doing anything? Are their hands tied behind their backs? Like,
It could be
Shit.
like you said, they got theirs and they ready to go. Like they got theirs. I got mine. I'm done. I don't
yeah,
care. Which is sad to think about, but that's probably what it really is. Like I got myself off the mud. Like it's like the carry yourself by your own bootstraps. That's how a
yeah,
lot of them think about it. Like I just got to the money. I grinded and rapped and did blah 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 blah. You can do it too. And it's just like you were lucky. Like a
right,
lot of times people don't realize it is a luck factor in just making it. Like you're the right person heard your sound or the right person saw your fashion and gave you an opportunity.
you all right.
Yeah, I
Maybe
really
we
don't
can,
know. I would try. Like I would do my damnedest. I would do what Akon do. Just go to Africa and build a school
yeah. I guess you just
somewhere.
save the ones that will listen. I guess.
What about you, Becca? What would you do?
Well, I mean, I think that's a pretty loaded question because, like, yes, okay, let's say I make all this money, right? But then the way to contribute it back, I think, would be to find people that I trust to do those things because I know that I don't have the assets in order to do that on my own. That's a lot for one person to do. For LeBron to have built that school, I know for a fact he didn't do that by himself.
Right.
And for to do the schools all over the country, you need to find a good set of people, and like by a good set of people, that's like what 200 people at least
Yeah.
having to make that kind of stuff happen. So I
Well,
think, yeah,
Yeah,
I got
that's the truth.
really lucky with the opportunities that got set in stone for me to be able to have this good fortune that I have. But then I also have to get really lucky in being able to have the connections to make those types of things happen. So I feel like for me, it'd be easier to donate my money to places where I trust that it's going to a good cause. Those, those nonprofit organizations that are already in place that have this dream that they want it to come alive, that they have the mindset to make that thing work, and put my money there. So
well,
I don't care if my name is on like, oh, so LeBron, like everybody knows that he built that school because his name is on it, right?
Right.
But like I don't care if my name is out there. I just want to help people. So that's how I would go about it.
They might come get you.
Who's they? What are you talking about?
Hey,
Hey, I don't know who
the
they is.
boogeyman. The boogeyman. I'm gonna fight
that's
You
against
talking about
Jason.
like the evil spirits that want me to be unlucky for the rest of my life? I mean, sure.
Ah,
I don't know. I feel like Kim, you know how I got
that
brought up. I feel like I'm
1%.
a pretty lucky person already.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Uh, Cash App dude. They said you had to go.
Wait,
Let me
who's
stop.
Cash App dude?
The guy that owned Cash App, he got packed up.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
You guys see
Yep.
that? Okay. And then what they said that I'm about to edit this shit out. They said the FBI they dropped they shit the next day.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, they dropped their own form of it. The what's that called? Uh,
The
whatever all
cover
the
up.
money, the treasury
Yeah.
dropped their own
Hey,
version of a cash app, like right after that, because
that's
he had a
right.
Wait,
huge part of the
is Cash
share.
App not a thing that works anymore?
No, what?
It is, but
Oh,
it's
I work.
did it get bought out by like somebody else or something?
Nah,
I
I
think
I don't know what the whole story is, but I mean, it's kind of crazy how the FBI drops their shit the minute he dies. So they want to make a profit.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, he
Oh,
Yeah.
he got murdered. He got
got
murdered.
he
murdered.
got
Like, he didn't
murdered.
die.
Yeah, that's why they
Yeah.
might.
Well, he died because he got murdered.
He might.
Huh.
Well, but like you say, sometimes it's like, oh, he died, and then people be like, oh, he must have died like a heart attack or something. But like, no, he was killed, so that makes it
Get
even
murdered.
more
Yeah, man.
suspicious.
Yeah. No, I'm following. Holy what?
Yeah,
Wait.
Then that Monday, they like, yeah, here's the treasury's new our own cash peer to pay whatever system. So it's like, damn.
That just goes to show how you're really just a pawn in the system. It really is.
he might come
So,
get you. I'm just saying.
come full
Hey,
circle.
you commit suicide with 2 bullets to the back of your head. You shot yourself twice in the back of the head. That's how you committed suicide.
Absolutely. You was about to
Not
you was about to ask a good question.
Oh
mm,
no, that was a little while ago, Bear. That was before the technical difficulties happened. You feel me? But nah, I was asking Trent like I think we was talking about like schooling or whatnot. I was thinking about that show with Sylvester Stallone. I think Tesla King or some shit. I
mm,
think that's what it's called. He said something that's Tulsa. That's what it is. He said something that stood out to me. It's a clip. He said, "At the end of the day, college is just a way to show your employer that you can be on time and you're loyal to something."
Yeah.
Like I'm like, damn. I was like, when he break it down like that, I'm like, yeah, like shit.
that's a bar. That's a bar. I mean, there's plenty of geniuses out there who failed out of school.
Mhm.
Plenty of valedictorians and people with high IQ, even though IQ doesn't really necessarily prove if you're going to be intelligent. But most of the people who do graduate college is because you know how to follow a system, which is
Facts.
true.
It's facts because like at the end of the day, if you understand the system, you can get good grades. Like I don't necessarily measure your intelligence. Like even the person that made the test for different stuff you took, whether it was in high school or whatnot, they even said like this doesn't measure your intelligence. Like really don't. Like it's just work.
Them state performance tests was terrible, bro.
Hmm.
ACT, SAT, boy, I'm like, oh man.
Do y'all remember OGC? I think they
Yeah,
took that away. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I remember the OGT. We were the last class.
Hmm.
2015 was the last class to take it. That
Hmm.
shit was
Is that where we all had to
common
sit in the
sense.
cafeteria
Yeah,
and
it was common sense.
do that test, Cam? I forgot about that.
Listen, I'm not a good test taker, and let alone it be in the morning. Oh my god.
Oh no, it was wild on that shit.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. That ACT fucked me up. I was not prepared that first time. Had to
Hell
Hey
get
no.
up
yo,
at
I slept
6 in
through
the
mine.
morning.
Whoa,
I'm not mad at that.
I
whoa.
think I got like a
It's
21 or something. It's
they
not
be
good.
trying to get you peppermints and shit. They're like that ain't gonna work.
This shit ain't working.
That first time I got a 16 and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be
Mm,
ready next time. That second time got a 31. I was like, all right, we here, baby.
Yeah, you was.
nice.
I took that
Yeah,
shit
I took it
once.
once and I was like,
I
that
took it
is
once. I'm
not
like,
for
that's
me.
it. It's not for me. Like,
I'm
Oh,
cool, bro.
I
I
fell.
was trying to
I
get
think
an
I slept through
MIT.
2 hours of
Damn.
it. Yeah. Hey, managed to get a 21. Slept through half of it. So
All right, that's good. Shit. Ah, man.
I was on the path. I was trying to go to MIT, man. That was the path, man. So at that
and
Hey,
point,
then
you.
and then you realized that you didn't need to do that, or what happened?
no, I got in, but
Uh
they was like 82 grand, and I was like,
oh, never mind. Suddenly.
I was like, suddenly I can't afford that. They invited me out for a college trip. I got to go visit. I got to see where I would be going, where I was going for aerospace engineering and everything. And I was like,
Wow.
oh, yeah, this is lit. And they was like, so let's talk about tuition. I was like, so when am I getting any financial help? And they were like, I was like,
No.
oh. And I
No
was like, okay,
scholarships or
understood.
nothing?
They had like simple stuff, but it was like 3, 4, 5 grand. And I had some scholarships. So at most
Right.
I would have came in with 15,000 in help. And
Yeah.
that's not enough. And
Right.
I was
Not
like,
at all.
I'm not going to DIT for this. And I can go to UC for free. I'm gonna go to UC.
Wow. Wow.
No, that was the
I'm
whole.
glad you did.
hey,
Did
bro.
you still major in aerospace engineering?
I did it for a semester, well, not a semester, a whole year, my freshman year, and I realized that like it was way too competitive because like me, I'm not like a super overachiever. Like I'm an achiever, but like if I got an 82A, a 92A, I'm fine with that. But they were
Yeah.
like, everybody else is arguing for like that 99 or that 100% A. And I'm like, this is like backstabby people, sabotaging people's projects to make people get like keep you in the A
Oh,
range, but
no.
just to keep you from not getting a higher A than them. And my book, an A is an A, and I was like, yeah,
Feel me?
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm going. I had connections with the conservatory, and I was like, I'm gonna go to CCM. I'm gonna go over there, and they were even just as pretentious. But I was able to just keep my head down and just get my grades and get out of there.
Bro, every UC student had like I haven't met one that didn't get the Pell. Like the Pell Grant was like clutch for so many people, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah. Clutchest thing of all time. Like, oh, you graduated from Cincinnati Public Schools? You can go to school for free. What?
like left.
Must be nice. No.
Hey yo.
Hey,
Blame your parents for that one.
Shit.
yeah,
P,
you successful.
P, you got any thoughts on this?
Um,
I know
nah,
we went on a tangent, so
nah, y'all been cooking, bro. I'm be happy.
I'm still mad at UC for charging me 25 cents on tuition, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all wildin', bro. Like he really printed me a receipt. Like, yeah, you owe 25 cents. I smacked it right on the table. Like, here you go, bro.
now what was the time in college where you was just sitting there like this is some bullshit?
Oh,
Did y'all ever had that?
Oh,
Oh,
I
I
had
can
that.
tell you firsthand. I was in African American studies.
Yup.
uh-oh.
I was the only black. I was the only black kid in there.
Uh-oh.
And this white dude, this white guy was telling me some shit, and he was like, and everyone in the class was just staring at me every time he would say some fucked up shit about slavery. And Sally Fields, how not, is her name Sally Fields? The guy Thomas Jefferson slave who he used to rape, and how she's the mother for like a huge population of black people in America now. He would say some fucked up shit. Then everyone in the class would just look at me, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is like
Why y'all looking at him?
I don't want to be here no more. Like
That's
I hate the
horrible.
requirement. Like I should stop staring at me.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I had that moment, but not as much because like I feel like college ain't started getting difficult for me until like my last year because that's when they actually gave us the classes. Like, all right, this your capstone. Like, you got to do this. Like, most of the time, I was like, we just had to take pictures or some shit. I was chilling, bro. It was vibing.
Checked out by then. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, but nah, like, like we was big chilling. Like everybody, like, well, you got any math class? I'm like, absolutely not. I made sure of that. like,
I
Yep.
remember there was this class I had because I went to a Christian college for a little bit, and I had a biblical literature class.
oh, that's
I walk in, the teacher is talking to a banana. Dead ass. For the first 30 minutes of class, he's talking to a banana like it's a phone. He's like, yeah, Ted, I'm gonna have to talk to you later. I got a bunch of kids sitting in front of me and I don't know what they want. What do you guys want? Nobody responds because they're like, you're weird as fuck. Why are you talking to a banana? He keeps going, all right, Ted, seems like they don't need anything. Anyway, how's it going? It's like, are you tripping on LSD in the middle of class? Like, what is going on? I'm paying for this? And what did we learn that day? I don't even remember. I don't even know if we learned anything. I think he just talked to the banana the whole time. I have it on video, Cam. I'll send it to you later. It's
Oh yes, please.
wild.
That's comedy.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I had one professor try to he literally he put on a YouTube video to teach us about photography and left. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm paying for this. Like, I could have did this free. Like, what you doing?
Capitalism.
Hey,
Yeah, there are a lot of classes like that. Like the when you're a freshman in college and they have the oh, what's it called?
Exploratory.
No, yeah, expository class or whatever it's called. I
Yeah,
forget.
yeah.
You just sitting there and you're like, what's your name? What's your favorite color? And like, what do you like to do for fun? Like, I don't care about any of the people in here. Like, why am I answering these questions?
Nah, Becca, those would be the best class. You can
Because you're a class clown and you work that way. But I'm not like that.
Let me cook. Those,
Okay, fine.
those are the best classes because you can scope out, you can see the girls, the guys. It's like, all right, shoo, this is so and
Like
so.
20 people of your 500 people class. What do you mean?
Okay. I didn't go to a big college, so
Oh, Xavier wasn't that big?
nah, it's medium.
Oh, I mean, like,
What's
I
the
don't
ego?
know.
What's fun?
But that's your semester class, so like you gonna be interacting with these people, so
No, they were all, you know, Christian motherfuckers that
Oh yeah,
just
yeah. You want to
yeah.
shout out to our
I just
Christians though.
yeah, shout out to our Christians.
We appreciate the shout outs. We
Big
appreciate the
facts.
shout out.
Big facts. Not all Christians are
The weird
that's
weird
they
ones.
are.
I mean, I'm
That's
not.
Yeah,
just
not,
everyone in that class
I'm
like
non-denominational.
talking to
Yeah, they weird.
bananas and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, who does that? That's wild. That's wild.
They're the weird ones throwing stones at people. Like, I
It's,
don't do that. I don't throw stones.
okay, let me ask you this: when he was talking to Banana, do you think he like legit was planning that, like for the class to try to be funny and
Yeah, that'd be
fail,
crazy.
or
I
do you think
think,
he was tripping
yeah, no,
balls?
I think he was trying to be funny and was like, I'm gonna get them to laugh. I'm gonna get them to laugh.
Started eating the
And
banana.
then we started like anxiously laughing because it was like, what is
It's like he's gonna kill us if I don't.
and then that's when he finally stopped. So probably he was trying to get us to laugh and thought our anxious laughing was like,
Oh,
I don't know, actual laughter. And then I really have no idea. It was
I'm just
Now,
saying.
what y'all should have did is just stared at him, bro. Dead, bro. Just dead eye. Just
You
stared
said-
at him.
you
no,
said
all of us
only-
were just on our phones, to be
the
honest. It was like
only
whatever.
form of entertainment he know about is like Veggie Tales and Bible Man. That's about it. All right.
Nah, hear me out. Yeah, just imagine he was talking to the banana, and y'all wasn't reacting to him. Then he started peeling that motherfucker.
Actually, no, I promise you, I think he did that. Let me look for this video because I feel like that actually happened.
He started peeling the banana and start eating it, still talking to the banana. Oh, I would have lost my shit.
You
I
would.
mean, teachers be having a burnout, man. Maybe he snapped that day, bro. He just.
Oh,
I'm saying, bro.
oh, okay. Well, to bring it back, so the curriculum is fucked. So as a teacher going in, what are you creating?
I mean, I had some teachers that was real about it and tried their best to help us.
Yeah.
Damn the standards, damn the system, damn whatever the fuck they told us to teach us. I'm not plenty of teachers like I'm gonna teach you how to
Life.
live this world. Like I'm gonna teach you
Yeah.
the realness. I had a lot of
'Cause-
teachers in high school.
I'm not gonna lie, like I have more respect for a teacher that like, yeah, you teach the curriculum because you want to keep your job, but you also on the side, like, nah, let me show you about real life. Like you really ain't gonna need this. Like the ones that kept it real with you, like you gotta appreciate those type of teachers. Like
Absolutely.
those the real ones. Like
I
I
was
think
in AP.
yeah.
No, you go ahead, Jamil.
No, I
I'll
was
go
about to
after you.
say like my I think it's my economy teacher. I think it was him. He was super cool. He was saying like, y'all need to really pay attention to this shit because like they're trying to make it like right now. A lot of y'all in this room is middle class. They trying to make it where that don't exist. It's either poor or rich. And everybody was laughing at him because he was like acting weird or whatever. But nah, he was talking some real shit.
Then he right. Look at it now. There ain't no middle class. The middle class is completely gone.
Yeah, he was talking.
Damn, I
real
found
shit.
it.
Yeah, send that shit to me.
I know, I just
I
sent
was-
it to you.
I was
So fast.
I was in the AP class, so like our school's the first. Like our teacher, like our principal, Mr. Turner, he really liked our class, so he said, "I'm gonna give y'all every advantage possible and teach y'all get y'all in calculus and all these other programs to get you guys up to stuff." And then since we were so good at school, that a lot of times we would just walk around, like we would just go to class and the teachers would just tell us about life, like really just give us real educational thoughts for like life, like more like this is how life really is and preparing y'all. Because a lot of teachers be like, "Oh, you can't use your calculator in college, and you got to know this mental math, and you can't look up what a mole is in chemistry." Yes, the fuck you can. Like, you can look up that shit. No one's gonna stop you. How many open note and open quiz and open internet tests I've had in college, bro? Like that was full of shit. Sorry, that just sent me on another tangent because that was full of shit. You'll never have a calculator in your
Bro, when you get to college, bro, you just think about everything you learned in high school. Like these people was capping, bro. Like like that's some bullshit. Like all right, bro.
Like cursive is a mandatory. You must know how to write cursive because that's the way of the world. I don't know a single person that even writes anymore.
Oh, when did y'all stop writing cursive? I think we learned in first grade.
I do like when I do signatures, that's about it. Like if you ask me to write a whole
cursive.
letter in cursive, like yeah.
That
I actually solely write in cursive.
Okay.
They had us going from third to like high school. I stopped in college because I mean I was writing but we weren't writing. Everything was done on the computer type. Like I barely know how to write now, to be honest. I'll be
Dang.
real. It's not even
Well,
being like not like I can still write, but I mean just like just thinking about it, like why would I write when I can type now? Or why
for
would I
me,
write
it's
it out
because I
loud?
retain the information better pen
Yeah.
to paper than I do typing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm the exact opposite. I remember it if I'm typing it.
Oh, you different. See,
So Becca, what did you end up majoring in school after you was at the Christian college?
So I went to the Christian college. I was
Gained
majoring.
weight.
Oh shit, shot on it. My bad.
He on a different time, His stuff lagging.
My
What did you
bad,
say you were
Sean.
majoring in?
I was majoring in film when I went to the Christian college, and
I have a
then
degree in film.
oh word. I guess you could say I don't have a degree in film because I switched majors halfway through. So my junior year, I switched over to acting, and then I graduated with acting. But I guess you could technically say since I have 2 years under my belt with film, almost like 2.5, that I can have a quote unquote associate's degree, even though I don't have like that on pen and paper. Um,
Mhm.
and then yeah, I transferred over to Columbia College in Chicago, and then I got a degree in acting.
So she's what to call an auteur of acting.
And that's why I
So
moved out to Atlanta.
man,
yeah,
Sean, you
I don't. I have no faith in Atlanta. A lot of people have told me to go there for acting and directing. Like I've gone for a couple auditions and I've auditioned for a lot of stuff, and I've been told I don't act good enough.
Uh,
But they'll hire. But like one of the shows that was on Netflix that came out a couple years ago was about the Central Park Five. I had
uh-huh.
auditioned for that,
Yeah.
and I was close to like getting in there. And they're like, "But this guy, he has more hood to him." And I was like, "You never told me to act hood." And like, I'm actually from Compton, California. Like this dude
Yeah.
is from like he's from like you know some suburban. Like he don't know he's doing like a stereotyped version of being hood. But I mean, all on the show ended up being good and whatever. But it was still kind of like I could have did that. Like you would have told me that's what you wanted from my person. Like you didn't tell me what I was supposed to do. You didn't tell me what I was supposed to lean for it. You just was like, you're not hood enough for us. And it's like, what is hood to you?
That's a
Like what
wild
like
thing to tell somebody.
like what is hood? Like what dictates hood
That
to
was one
you?
experience though. Atlanta isn't all like bad, just because that one experience. I mean,
No.
yeah. But I completely understand. My first film that I did here was this like independent film that like
Sean,
it was just a really
Mute yourself,
it was a learning experience, but at the same time, it was a really bad experience, just because, like, the director had never directed before, and she was the writer, but she also didn't know what vision she wanted. So,
Mm.
it was just like, "Man, like, if this is what acting is, I don't wanna do it." So I completely understand where you're coming from, but you have to just, like, get past that 'cause I promise you there are really good opportunities out here if you just keep trying.
what would y'all say? This could be open to anybody. Y'all personal opinion, the greatest role or greatest like character that you've seen acting wise? A wild question, like Will Smith and iRobot, for example.
I would say that.
That's your greatest? Is that
No, I'm just giving an
You
example.
just provide an example. I get what you're saying.
What y'all
Um,
think about it?
I still gotta go with Ray, bro. I gotta go with Ray because what JB5, the dedication this man put in for that role is insane to me,
You
bro.
ain't?
Like,
I'm not mad at that.
I gotta go with Ray for
I'm
me.
not mad at that.
You're talking about one specific character?
In your opinion,
Because I have 2.
you go ahead.
Yeah.
Have you seen 1917?
Yes,
Mhm.
love
The
that
2
movie.
main characters
Oh yeah,
Is that the one
personified
shot?
those characters incredibly, huh? It's
Is that the
about
one shot?
World War One. Yes, mhm. Yeah, that one.
Shot in a one take.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Yes.
it was a couple clips, like cuts, but that's I guess if you consider a fade to black a cut, you know what I mean. But yeah, no, that's
That I
really good.
think they like, I don't even really know the actors that well, but I think they did an incredible job. It was 4 months of rehearsal before actually shooting.
yeah. I don't know if I finished that. I think I start. I still. Did I
It's a
finish that?
great movie.
It is
Yeah,
good.
it's really, really good.
I can't think. I've seen so many movies. I've seen at least over 10,000 movies, like easily. And I like the best portrayal. Like I can't go by my favorite movie of all time because I mean I could say that Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown is like a really good performance. But like other people have been kooky doctors. I can't even think. I'm trying to think of pretentious films and then art house films and then non-pretentious schlock. And I'm just like I can't. I can say probably one of my favorite actors of all time, and I would probably go with damn, I just forgot his name. It was just in my head. He plays Agent Smith and
Oh,
Hugo Weaving.
yeah,
Hugo Weaving.
Weaving.
I can say Hugo Weaving's probably one of my favorite actors of all time.
He's good. He's real good. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Hugo Weaving, he played in yeah, I can't tell you like the number one greatest role in the movie. Like
I feel like
I
it's
don't think that exists.
yeah, it don't like
I think about like Heath Ledger personifying the Joker. Like he did an incredible job. But then some people are like, whoa, wait, but what Joaquin Phoenix did was also legendary. It's like up to opinion as to like what you think the greatest of all time is.
yeah, it's definitely subjective for sure. I
I
feel
just have a
like
lot of films that are
yeah,
arguing with each other who's better than the other.
I feel like so many. I feel like it's just a thing of people are contributing to this art form because like it's almost like saying, well, who's the greatest artist or music artist? It's like it's so many different variables you got to consider that everybody's not going to agree with the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's subjective. So it's like yeah.
There's so many great actors like Octavia Spencer. You think about Viola Davis, and there's Jennifer
yeah.
Lawrence. Like, there's just a lot of really good actors.
It's some good heavy hitters out there.
True.
Some heavy hitters for sure.
Yeah, no.
Y'all know me, bro. I like death and murder and shit. So I
Damn,
think my
alright.
favorite is Brad Pitt and Troy.
I'm not mad at that. It's an
That's
interesting
one of
pick
my
though,
favorites.
but not
Random.
mad at
Very random, but that's the
I
one.
don't think I'll
Huh?
I would say, what movie is that? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm mad
I
at that.
think
Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. I think they killed
Yeah,
that. They
yeah.
smoked
That
that.
definitely came to head to my man.
I'm gonna say Leo and Django for me too. I'm
oh
sorry.
my God! Yeah,
He killed that.
that's
Role.
yes, he did.
He killed that role.
Even the other guy.
Oh,
The other guy.
The
Christoph Waltz.
yeah.
oh yeah. Oh, he's
Dude,
great.
Everybody did
Amazing.
their job on that shit. Everybody did their job on that shit.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz. I would say
my-
recently. I don't know if you guys have watched the show Your Honor with Bryan Cranston.
I heard about it.
Oh, I love Brian.
Bryan Cranston. What?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you think about Breaking Bad, like, what do you? How?
And then he's Hal from Malcolm in the Middle, and it's just like they're
Yep.
totally different people. You just be like,
Yep.
or Giancarlo Esposito. Okay, now they're coming to me. Like he's amazing in everything he's been in, from all the way back in School Days. Lawrence
Okay, I got a
Fishburne.
question. What's an actor that everybody likes but you don't? For me, it's The Rock.
Dwayne, don't you
The
ever,
conversation back. We were
don't you
talking about
ever
this
disrespect
yesterday.
The Rock.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's just talking about it.
Look,
He's a
look.
great human
Oh,
being. I think he,
disrespect.
he's
I'm a-
loves his children, whatever, but not a good
I'm gonna
actor.
play it like this.
Shout out to
Terrible
Dwayne.
actor.
She
I'm
don't
gonna
even
play it
mean
like
that.
this. I'm
She
gonna play
don't
it
even
like this.
mean that.
I
Dwayne.
do
He's
mean that with
terrible
all of
actor.
my heart.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna play it
Really,
like
what
this.
you want to say?
I enjoy watching him, but in terms of acting, he's terrible. I'm sorry.
Thank
He's
you.
not an
Thank
actor.
you.
He's not an actor.
Oh, y'all
I'm
got
sorry, that's
Your
not
taste
his.
no
is
The Rock
sour. It's
slander
not
is
right.
allowed, bro.
Bro, Cam,
Dave Bautista's the
Like the
best
Cam,
wrestling
Cam.
actor.
I want to hear your opinion on this, Cam. I want you to give me a movie that The Rock was in that's critically acclaimed and his acting was just superb. I want you to name that
Oh,
movie.
he can't. It's
He
impossible.
can't.
I got
He
you.
The
can't do
Rock
it.
plays.
I
The
got
Rock
you.
plays.
He's got to
The Rock
Google
I
that
plays
shit.
the
He doesn't
same
even know off the top of his
got
head.
you.
He plays the same
got you.
character.
I got you.
The
Hold on.
Rock is typecast. He plays the buff dude that's goofy, but also a badass at the same time. He
I
was
got
in
you. Hold on,
Rampage, supposed to be an animal doctor, but he was using
Plays
grenades.
himself every single time.
I got
Absolutely.
you.
The
I got
actor
you.
I don't like is
Watch,
I
he's
lo-
gonna
I
say
love-
Moana.
I'm just saying, I
No,
love The Rock.
I got you.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to The Rock. WrestleMania 18 was The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. That's the
Shut up. Shut up.
That's not a movie. That's
That's
not
the
a
one.
movie.
That's the one. It
It
is
was
a movie.
Hey,
It
that shit
is a
was a
movie.
movie. If
God
you
damn
watched it, it was a movie.
Yes,
God damn it.
sir.
Hey,
But
okay.
nah, I would
let
say
me look up The Rock's movie.
Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet.
Chalamet.
How we say Chalamet.
Yeah.
I don't get the hype. I've seen everything he's in, and I just don't get it.
Wait, how do you feel about Dune though?
I think he was the worst part of Dune.
I think he was the. I'm not gonna lie. I think he was the weakest.
That's
that
fair.
Everyone
movie.
else was great.
I think he was the weakest.
Everyone else was great.
No disrespect to his craft or whatever. I'm happy for him, but I think he was the weakest.
I really don't know him that well to critique him, to
You
be
say his
honest.
own character?
Like Jason Momoa was great. Oscar Isaac was great, but he's great in everything, no matter what he does.
How do you feel about Zendaya?
I'm gonna give her a chance because she wasn't in the movie. In the sequel, she's supposed to. She's more Chani, like in the book, is more
Yeah, she had like
prevalent.
2 lines.
So, like, I'm gonna give her a pass for now. I think she is a good actress, though.
Yeah.
I think it depends. I think it depends on
David Washington was great.
I think it depends on like the things that they give her to work with, because like sometimes like you can be a great actor, but if you got trash, like if there's the screenplay or whatever the case may be, if you don't got no good script or whatnot, you can make it into something if the director will allow you to, freestyle or whatever. But other than that, like it ain't much you can do. Because like think about it, like what are some movies would you say that had a great actor, but they did not use that actor to the fullest potential? Like it was terrible.
Before y'all answer that, P and Sean, can y'all answer the last question?
My question?
What was the last question?
What is an actor that everybody likes, but you don't? Not terrible actor.
Well, I'm not gonna say that everybody likes this actor, but from the research I've done, she's apparently liked, and that is Brie Larson.
I told you, I caught it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
I simply like her acting is very boring. She's the same person in every film. And then I guess there's one other one. She recently, she kind of just started. The daughter from Ant-Man and Quantumanium. Her acting was.
Hey, I was bland. Your ass, bro.
Yeah, her acting
she's young and get into it.
I just hated her character.
Give her a chance.
I'll give her a chance. I just hated the character.
I'm just, in terms of recent like activity, like on the top of my head, like her acting was not. It was nothing impressive. Woman didn't change the shade of anything. She wasn't. It just didn't seem like they give her enough development to do more. It just seemed like they just told her, "Hey, just be the daughter," and that's about it.
That's probably what they did. Another person, I would say Lady Gaga. People keep putting her and stuff as like being this great actress, and I don't get it. I like her music, but I don't get it from her being American Horror Story or Star Is Born.
I still gotta watch that Gucci movie to just see how I feel about her. Cause ain't she in that?
Yeah, she's in the House of Gucci.
Yeah. I was like, I don't get it. I don't see it. But like,
I haven't seen
maybe
any of the stuff she's been in.
I was like, maybe I'm just personally missing it. They're like, oh, she's gonna be Harley Quinn in the new.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that.
I'm not excited about that either.
I'm like,
you dead ass?
Yeah. No, that's confirmed. That's the thing.
That's confirmed.
It's going to be a music. It's going to be a musical, Cam.
I don't get why I don't know why they're going that way with her. But
I don't think you could top Margot Robbie. Like that's good luck with
honestly.
that.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's actually a good actress.
Margot Robbie is phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
like she kills shit. Like she does it really well.
Yeah.
Like
that's tough.
But yeah, that's what I can. That's probably something I can think of, and I'm just like, yo, I don't get the hype. Like maybe they are supposed to be like this. Really, Eddie Redmayne too. Like I've only seen one thing that I liked him in, and I was in the theory of everything. But everything else I've seen him in, I've been like, yeah, sure. Like he's great. Like I guess, like sure. I mean, like can he do stuff I can't do? Yeah, probably. But it's just like I don't. Yeah, you got it. Like I'd rather watch somebody else.
Right.
Like Dwayne
I don't.
Johnson. No Dwayne
Oh
Johnson.
my God,
No,
no.
I mean, I would watch a rock movie over
I'll
like
watch a
those
rock
last
movie as long
over
as I
those
turn
last
my
Harry
brain off.
Potters that just came out.
I think he's. You know what? I'll give it to him. He's good in
Yo.
Moana, where you can't see his face.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Man, it's not really
He
an
can-
argument, man.
You know, like he does that little song. It's cute. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't
And
have to do
he's
much else.
making a live action Moana, which is
Ooh.
I don't know. I
See
mean, I
his
think he
muscles,
still
man.
might be able to do it. They got all the rest of the original cast there, so he might be able to make it work.
Just a big dude, bro.
Big dude. All he does is work
I mean,
out. Eat.
who doesn't like The Rock? No, like The Rock.
I
as a person,
I
his
like
personality.
watching The Rock. He's a great person. He seemed like a person I would love to meet, like in terms of personality, but in terms of acting, like he got a lot. If you really want to take that serious, he got a ways to go. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think
He
he
got a
doesn't
ways to
want
go.
to.
My
don't think
point
he wants to.
exactly. He's just
He's on
doing
his
it.
lane.
Like,
He's found
He's
his
making
lane.
billions. Yeah, I mean, like we
Absolutely.
got Dave Bautista dropping bombs, dropping
he
bangers.
enjoy.
with his acting ability.
I enjoy the Jumanji movies. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was all right. It's cool. Like
Black
Oh.
Adam over here.
Kevin
Black Adam
Hart.
was good.
That's another person. I don't think Kevin Hart is funny anymore. I'm sorry. I
I'm
don't
not
think
mad
he's
at
a good
that.
actor.
I'm not mad at that.
I don't think
Still
he's
love you,
funny.
Kevin.
His appeal
Most of his movies, I agree.
his recent stuff, it's gone on him and Tiffany Haddish.
I'm sorry.
Throw him out. Throw him
but
out.
when
Throw him out. I'm
when
sick
he
of it.
played the single father and lost a mom, I'm sorry. That was a good movie, bro. I'm sorry. I can't let that slide, bro.
We still love you,
Okay.
Kevin.
I mean, I have no problem with Kevin Hart. I think
I
people say
appreciate
his new
him as a
stand-
businessman.
They said his stand up has been great. His newest like tour he's been doing has been great. Oh, she just pieced out.
She did. Like, I did give her the option.
You did give her that
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, but like I don't get it. I don't get the Kevin Hart. I just don't.
I appreciate
Motherfuckers be
him
like,
more as
said
a
he's
businessman.
so funny.
Yeah.
Like that when it said the one stand up is like, oh, she got no nipples. Like, bro, like that shit was not funny. That shit was not funny, bro. And it could have been because I hadn't seen it, and that's all people was talking about.
You probably got wore out.
Jokes. I knew
Yeah.
all the jokes before I
I
went
thought
to
that was
find.
still fresh, Kevin.
No, I
That was
enjoyed
when
that.
But that was like the downhill for me because at that point I had heard the joke 100 million times, all the different jokes.
You got the happy
when
effect.
when I finally saw it, I was just like, okay. And
You
then I
already
guess I
know
just
what's
kind
coming. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the
was kind
one
of bored.
the Let Me Explain.
That was pretty funny.
That was the one that. No,
You got
What Now is the one for me.
Laugh at My Pain was funny. Let
I'm
Me
a Grown
Explain.
Little Man.
Yeah.
I don't.
Seriously
Maybe
funny. His little 3-year run. Woof.
Oh, he was in the
Oh, no,
bag.
he was smoking.
He was a bag. I respect
maybe-
him more as a businessman, honestly, because he got so many different things going on. Like, bro, like he got the podcast, he got the comedy gold mines. Well, it's not gold mines. I'll listen to that. It's actually pretty good. I highly recommend.
He
actually
in
did.
Black Sands.
Yeah,
the
he got that
comic book.
liquor too, right?
Got a
That one.
satellite channel, too.
He's doing a thing, bro. I gotta respect that.
Man.
I mean, he's doing his thing. I can't do any shame to him about that.
But I
think
get what you're
because I've
saying,
been
though. I get what you're saying, though.
when you listen to Dave Chappelle and you listen to Bill Burr, and you listen to people of like that just are masters at the craft of comedy, and then you listen to like cookie cutter Hollywood like stand up, you just be like,
I feel you.
"Alright." I'm like,
So,
come on, man! Like
They
when
talk
you
about
listen
like
to
real
like
life and bring comedy to it. It's just like this.
But-
they just a master at it. Like, they just
Right.
mastered it to like the highest degree. You just like, I can't go
Well-
back. It's like you gave me like
I feel like
perfect
that's more on
steak,
the
and you giving me,
intellectual
like,
type shit. Yeah.
And then you're giving me like you gave me like Ruth Chris steak, and then when I watch Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish and some of them, you giving me like Outback Steakhouse or Gordon
But-
Corral steak. You know what
Can
I mean?
Can I ask you this though? Because like that kind of boils down back to the whole acting and musical artists, like different opinions. 'Cause I've met people who think Dave Chappelle ain't that funny, and I feel like it's not their type of comedy. Like, cause it depends on the person you're talking to as well. Cause like with Dave Chappelle, he went from that like super like cuckoo funny doing some random shit to now he's like an intellectual. He's saying some shit like you said, Cam. He makes certain situations just funny in a weird way, but you really got to pay attention to it. So I feel like certain people can't respond to like different other people. Like I feel like you kind of grow up from different types of comedy. Like you might when you was younger, you like Kevin Hart, but now it's like I can't listen to him, like type stuff. Like I feel like that plays a part as well.
You know,
It
I
So
definitely does.
personally think that these people aren't funny anymore. Because at one point, I thought the last time I laughed at Kevin Hart was when, and this is gonna be a long time ago, was when he did his stand-up comedy Seriously Funny.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
And that was the last time I laughed at Kevin Hart. And in my personal opinion, if I'm being honest, I think that the reason why most of these comedians just aren't funny the way that they are anymore is because of the filter.
That
Because
too.
of what they're only allowed to say. Like you cannot
PC
say,
culture.
yeah, you can't make jokes about the stuff that you can make jokes about in 2002 because all these people are so soft and they're so sensitive to what their character is that you're just not allowed to make a joke about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I agree.
It's
My
just like
counterpoint. My
for
fault. Go
me,
ahead.
I think that's the main issue is because a lot of these stars just can't be as funny as they want to be. They can't release their their actual comedic talent. Like there was a point in time where like when Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, um, a couple other people, like this was like in the Bernie Mac age, like it's early,
Talking
like
about the
when he's
kings of comedy. Talking about the kings of comedy.
Hmm.
no, it was before
That's,
that, but it was like
that was the
I,
special. That was on the kings of comedy special.
it probably was. I don't know how to pronounce it, but
You
this
talking about Def Jam?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
It was like when
you got to be talking about Def Jam.
Shit, like
it
the
was like when
90s?
they first started,
Yeah, because you
and
talking about because that's when Martin Lawrence was putting on like when
Like when he was
Bernie Mac
hosting?
he had those colorful pants or some shit, and like
yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's Def Jam
yeah.
for sure.
So like
Way back.
they started like the filter and there was no filter back then for that type of comedy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like there was, but it was just like it was stuff you wouldn't even typically make a
Yeah,
joke about.
because
You know
Chris
what I'm
Tucker
saying?
was on there, Eddie Griffin was on there. They had a lot of people on Def Jam,
Yeah,
like a
so it was
lot.
just you could make a lot of jokes about stuff in social society because there was ways to make it a joke and there was ways to make people laugh at it. But nowadays, if you get a star-studded comedian like Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish and we can even bring up some old people like Martin Lawrence and Monique, they can't be who they are supposed to be because the second you make a joke about something, oh, we got to figure out a way to cancel this person,
Yeah, I
and
don't
we
like
got
that.
to get them shut down. They got to lose their contracts. They got to lose the endorsements. They got to lose this version of credibility. It's just like when are
Yeah,
we allowed to laugh if all we're going to do is just find a way to cancel,
right. It,
ignore, not
yeah,
stuff like that.
because I think
So,
they're taking away the final form of raw expression. Because like when you do that, it's just like if I'm a comedian and I'm worried about all these sponsorships, I'll lose in that, and I'm so anxious, I can't get in a creative flow. I can't be me like I'm operating at only 20%, and I think that's wild. I
like
really do.
one of the things that, like for example, one of the things that made Family Guy as I get because I've laughed at Family Guy and I think
Absolutely.
in certain aspects. But one thing that made Family Guy what it is because they put a no filter sign on their show.
They didn't
They
care.
they've even joked about 9/11. Like these people, they don't give a relative time about what to joke about. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? They've even made jokes about COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They put that nostalgia out there like, hey, we're going to give y'all non-filter. But then I don't know if it's been a couple months or years, but then they released a statement or an article that stated that they can no longer make um jokes about homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of, believe it or not, that was one of the driving forces to their comedy. And now they don't even hardly do it anymore to the extent they used to. And like if I were to be completely honest, like the actor that played the granddad on Boondocks, God rest his soul. If the Boondocks were to release
I'm telling you.
in this day and
I was
age,
just about to bring that
I
up.
mean,
Great minds
shit.
I'm
think alike.
trying to tell you,
The last season was kind of like that. I know
it was yeah,
the main writer, the main guy, he left, but
And Magruder.
Aaron Magruder left, but it's kind of like that.
yeah. So it's
Okay,
just
but
like, it's just like I like in terms of like who's the like a good comedian nowadays or who's the best. I feel like there's no actual answer to that. Like, yeah, you can still make people laugh with other jokes and stuff, but
Here and there, yeah.
it's just like
Wow,
who like because I know when Bernie Mac and Martin Lawrence and
elaborate.
started out, like there was a longevity of laughter when they would get on stage. Like people were laughing for at least 5 minutes straight to maybe 6 minutes straight. Nowadays, there's a pause because you're just
He's like,
waiting.
am I allowed to laugh at this? Like, if I laugh at this,
Mm.
am I looked at as a terrible person? Type stuff. Like, it's wild.
That you feel me? So it's just like
Here's my added to it. I hear what you're saying and I agree with a lot of that, but I think that if you're someone like Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle's um extent of expertise, that you still could be able to modify yourself to modern jokes. But I think a lot of these comedians nowadays, they're too fucking rich now. They can't, most of the time, a lot of comedy comes from true pain and true stories. And if you've been in comedy 20 plus years, you can't really tell any new stories. You've told your stories, you told your jokes, and you're dealing in a place of pure success now. What can you, and a lot of them don't know to have the ability to adapt modern times into jokes, to tell better jokes. A lot of them, they're too successful, so they can't draw on no pain. So a lot of them just they just mid out because there's no true, like, you could argue if you're gonna talk about, oh man, my Bugatti was in the shop and like tell a joke off of that, like that's not relatable. Comedy's supposed to be able to relate to the lower class, to the poor person. That's what it's supposed to be. And you can't do that if you don't have no struggles. It's just like you can't tell a good joke, and I think that's why Dave Chappelle and people like Bill Burr are so good because they found a way to, even though they are these mega stars, they have modified themselves to be able to tell jokes and do commentary on society as a whole. And I think like the DL Hugleys, and I think they need to shift from trying to tell the simple old sexual or dumb jokes and modify themselves to trying a way to infuse all of that into one. Because sorry, they shit's been mid. And I do think censorship is a problem of it too. You're censoring jokes, but like Cat Williams says, if you can't tell a joke without making fun of somebody, you're not funny.
I agree.
Bro, you spitting.
Like that's my thing. If you can't tell a joke without making fun of gay people or somebody like that or trans people, if you can't tell a joke without doing that, you're not that funny
I
then.
agree.
Because if you're funny, you should be able to tell a joke about anything. An orange and a pencil. You should be able to get 20 minutes of material out of that. Now, I'm not saying everybody can, but that's just my thought pattern to it for
then
at least that part.
if we're using that scenario, then it's about the talent thing.
I
In
just
my
think a lot of them make that, and a lot of them make that talented. They dried up, that well dried up.
opinion.
I mean,
That
actors get
that's
dried
the
up
whole
too.
that's the whole point I'm saying. Like it doesn't have to be about making fun of somebody. It's about the simple fact that most of the time, like what they do is censored about what they can talk about. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to technically talk about a specific individual or a minority. You know what I'm saying? I If that's the case, then it's just then at that point it takes a direction or the route towards the talent because I watch a lot of reels and most of them are comedy. You know what I'm saying? And in as y'all know in our Instagram chat, I put a lot of reels in there. There's very few reels in there that has something to do with comedy because I actually thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And it's because and I would go to YouTube or whatever and I would watch their segments and it's just like it was just that specific segment that made them funny. These comedians, most of them
Or
just
mid.
now just don't have that talent to be funny. And it's just like back when Def Jam was going on, they weren't even like that's a perfect example. They weren't even really making fun of anybody. They were either making fun of themselves, what they do in their everyday life, or like a certain occurrence that they encountered before they even like came to the show or something like that. It was
Ex-
always it was always about the material, but now it's just like the talent is so diluted. You know what I'm saying? It's only focused on one thing. Like I'll watch like I'll put one girl in the chat. I forgot her name, but she's on these world tours. She's a Caucasian female. She's on these world tours. She's doing great for herself. That's this, that, so on and so forth. Bro, I have yet. I've seen so many reels of this girl. I have yet to crack one joke about this girl, or I'm not crack a joke about her, but laugh at any material that I've seen her in. It's just
A lot of people aren't funny, and a lot of people don't have talent. Like you said, a lot of talent, and like I said, they have nothing to draw off of. You don't have
and
no personal experience. You don't have anything to draw it off of.
it's just like, I'm not saying you gotta go through something personal or that, like, make yourself funny. It's just like, I feel like it now. I'm not trying to get off topic, but I feel like it's almost as if it's the equivalent to like the talent within the NBA and within sports. It's like there's these comedians or whoever else probably just got somebody that's in their face telling them that they good and that they are hilarious, and then they just get pushed out into this world thinking that they are this, and they just keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? Into thinking that they're actually this person, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? And whoever is supplying them with the media attention and the contracts and the money, it's like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the talent
Yeah.
behind your craft? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if we want to get real, let's get real. I think Drewski is very hit or miss. Bro ain't that funny.
I wish I went to a show to really see it. I think
Me
he's,
I mean,
I think he's hilarious.
me personally,
I think he's
I haven't watched enough Drewski content. Like, I don't know any videos on Drewski. I'm keeping it stacked.
I think he told
he's
that
funny.
line though.
He's funny in burst. Like, but I think as he's just at the White House. Like I said, once you get to a certain level of success, you
It don't
draw
matter
a lot
anymore.
of people. You know, a lot of times they draw, like I said, they draw from their own personal experience of what's going on in life, or just telling about life in general. Like that's how most comedians do. They just once you get to a certain level of success, you stop being on normal people lane. Like your problems are not my problems. Like Bertie Mac, he could tell a joke that's why he's one of the masters. He could tell a joke about anything, even though he was worth 20-30 million. That's why, like, a lot of them aren't just that good. They can't tell a joke that can relate to anyone because they can't. Like, Whitney Cummings is coming to Cincinnati this week.
Mm-hmm.
What can Whitney Cummings really relate to me? She's a rich white woman. What can she tell a joke that I really relate to? Now, if she was a poor white woman, she might be able to relate a little bit to me when she's a poor woman, but she's been rich for so long. What can she relate to?
True.
She just can't. Yeah, keep the comedians poor so they keep making more content. They gotta be a starving artist. They gotta be hungry. You keep giving them NBA deals and like Kevin Hart deals. Come on, man. You get 250 million. Man, you really struggling? You really care?
Capitalism, and then they just disappear.
Yeah, just vanish. You don't think Drewski gonna do that, man? He gonna
I'm
go
just
on
saying
tour with
though.
a bunch of mid.
Yeah, they disappear, but like you get 250 mil, you ain't gotta do nothing, bro. Like you good, bro.
Or you
No, you gotta stay and provide the content, bro.
You said what?
You gotta keep that content, man. You gotta keep us fed.
You ought to do that, or you transition like Kevin. You become an actor.
Yeah. Kevin everywhere though. Like, he's a great. Like, in terms of business, I gotta respect it, bro.
To be honest, like if you in the industry, I feel like being an actor or an actress is like the end goal. If you're like, you see the rapper to actor, comedian to actor.
It's because it's guaranteed money. Because it's guaranteed money. Like if you have like corporations like Warner Brothers, they don't care about like talent. They just care about if you could put seats in the chair.
That's true.
If you could put seats in that chair to come watch the thing, they don't give a fuck. I mean,
especially
look at Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
You said Ezra Miller?
Think about Ezra Miller. He did all the crazy today. He said shit about it. But that mug is on track to make 165 million this weekend. Got a 95% of Rotten Tomatoes. Everybody's gonna need mama gonna go see the Flash.
So
they don't care.
You think DC should offer Jonathan Major something?
It depends on what's going on with it depends on what his case is with Marvel or whatever.
Messy like that, but I was so
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that'd be an undercut move. DC like, yeah, gotcha, man.
I'm on DC side on that point because he ain't doing
they cut James Gunn for nothing, and then DC
They
hired
wanted
him right up for Suicide Squad, and then Marvel's like, whoa, you still got to do Guardians 3 before you leave, and then DC made him the new Kevin Feige for DC. So I mean, James Gunn
It's
is a guy of
possible.
second chances. He's had second chances before. He might give Jonathan Majors a second chance if Jonathan Majors hasn't done anything. Like if Jonathan Majors is innocent,
Spoiler alert: Jonathan Majors gonna be Darkseid.
Oof, boy.
I ain't mad at it.
Hey, I'll be here for
Put him
that.
in,
I'm
put
here
him in a
for it, bro.
CG, put him in a
In a
CGI
CGI?
suit.
Bro, he Josh Brolin that shit. I'm here for it.
I'm here for
I'm
it.
here
Yeah,
for it.
I can see him do it. I mean, why not?
Why not? I'm here
I mean,
for
but
it.
that's it. That's if he is found guilty, which I don't know if
I
he
don't
is or not.
will only time will tell.
I hope he's not.
I hope he's not neither.
So.
Ooh, what about how you feel about that? You heard about the Namor situation?
I hope he's innocent
Yeah.
too, bro.
Oh yeah, I love Namor as a character in comics. Yeah, I know I like Namor. So to hear that he caught up in some shit, I'm just like, oh man, they about to scratch this. They about to scratch this Marvel thing up, bro. They about to just say, fuck it, reset. We're gonna call it DC. Let's do a crossover, bro. Let's do a crossover, bro. Like it's just
You know how much money? You know how much money it would take to make that movie, bro? Oh my god!
They both got it. They both got the money.
I mean, let's talk.
Not with the writer strike going on.
Our last 30 minutes. I'll move the next topic to the next episode. When you start getting success, how important is it? I don't want to say not to mess with women, but to like really have your eye out for women that might try to take what you got, and vice versa. I mean, Becca already left. If she were to get successful, to watch out for men to take her spot.
Bro, it's essential, bro.
It's essential.
I think it's extraordinarily important. Because nowadays you really don't know what people are capable of nowadays.
You gotta court them motherfuckers.
Yeah, so it's just like
NDA, bro.
Not
nah. Fucking NDA, bro. I'm getting a wife.
It's to the point. I think once you get into the life of success, you have to increase your security within your. And as an individual, you have to increase your security. Not with like. Now I'm not talking about like protection, like physically. I'm talking about like space wise, because like
your image.
Yeah, like there's gonna
call back to the last episode.
From what I've been told or from what I've seen, that once you walk into that life of success, a lot of people are going to try to enter into it and try to influence you to do so many things. You know what I'm saying? And even if it involves them, it still resonates with the idea like, hey, you should do this, you should do that. I hate to bring up this specific person as an example, but Zion Williamson is definitely one of those people, bro. I mean, the unfolding of how much this man has done with just one contract he was given before he even stepped on the NBA court is just astonishing to me, bro. Like,
hey, and they talking about trading him. The Pelicans talking about trading him, bro.
I'm saying it's just like, and then then people are now starting to like bring up all these tapes and evidence of this man just being around women almost 24/7. I'm like, how? Like,
I mean, but how much of the blame gets put on women and women being predators? Because these women that are arguing, coming after him, these women are in their 30s, and this dude's only 22. He's younger than us. He's a kid to us.
Now you spitting.
And these women are predatizing on him. Like, why isn't his team protecting him? Why aren't women calling these women out for predatizing? See him as a meal ticket. Like Mariah Mills is 32 years old. She's 10 years old. Like, you know, that conversation they always be like, oh, if they're 3 years older than you, you're a predator and there's a power dynamic. She's 10 years his senior. So because he's worth 30 some million, he's all of a sudden he can't be a victim. He's 22.
I think the issue
he just became legally able to drink.
I think that this is what. Yeah, I think the issue is who's in his circle. You know what I'm saying? Because I highly doubt that people like Zion Williamson and John Morant just have people that just aren't within their circle. Like they have people close to them, but it depends on what they are saying to them. You know what I'm saying? Like if Zion Williamson got it, like if he's in the club and the girl that from face first, you can tell that's probably a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? And she's just trying to get it on with Zion and do all this other stuff. If one of his dudes is in his ear being like, "Hey, yo, you should go ahead and get in that bag with this girl and see where it goes," then I mean that's also part of a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who's in your circle and who's influencing you to do certain things. Because if there's one thing I know, I don't believe that when Zion Williamson first came into the NBA with his team and he started getting mixed up with all this stuff socially, that his team was just telling him not to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they were telling I don't think his teammates were in his ear trying to be his best buddy. Because he just had walked in there. There's a lot of people in there that's been in there longer than he
Um,
has.
only the league can spit up and chew up many first round picks. They don't care, bro.
Oh, they don't care.
Your team and your people around you, unless they've been there before you got money,
Hmm.
man, a lot of them just don't care. Because you think about it, they probably was like, Mariah
Right.
Mills, the porn star, her? She telling, bro, you better go smack that shit. Like, and now, us as who we are and how, once again, we're older. We're 26. We've been around the bend. We've seen it. We've seen what happened with PJ Washington. Like, we've seen it. We
Right.
like,
Boy,
hey, yo, Zion, I know she seemed fun and all, bro. But I don't know, bro. I think you should just pass on them. Why not, bro? Like, just pass on them, bro. Go get one of these young honeys right here. That's right here that you can just have a little fun with and move on with your life. Don't mess with her. I'm like, she's 32. She's trying to get out the porn game. She's trying to settle down. She want a baby.
She got too much power too. Like in
And the
terms of
power dynamic.
yeah, it's not even just that. It's the fact that like people know who she is. Like so if she says something like oh shit like this such and such person said this about this person like they gonna bullet. It's her level of credibility is a lot higher than a random person. Shall I say?
For me, like
Bro,
I'm
go
not
get a
even
Chloe Bailey, bro. Why are you
I,
over here messing with her?
I'm not even about to hold you. Like if there's one person that I'm very concerned about right now that's coming into his fresh year of being an athlete, a movie star, whatever he wants to do in his career, is the new draft pick that's about to be drafted, Wemby.
Victor?
oh no, he's
Him,
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I
He's gonna
am
be fine.
so concerned about him. I feel like that social life is about to try to chew him alive
I think
with
No.
everything within it.
He going to be with Pop.
yeah,
Pop
he
going
gonna
to
I
have him
hope,
locked down. He going to be with the Spurs. They going to have him on lockdown.
I hope whoever is in that man's circle
he might have
protects
a
that.
wife already. All the
Or that.
all the overseas players usually come into the league with wives, which is crazy.
Oh, okay. I hope that's the case because boy, like I can't witness another Ja or Zion or
I don't.
why I can't.
Maybe Scoop, but not
I
Victor.
can see it.
He seems Victor hella quiet and hella to himself. That nigga, he don't be outside. He don't. He don't be outside. He hoop and go home, bro.
Oh,
What's his name? Jokic, bro. I think I think now I definitely be wrong. We can come back to this pod later, and me and Cam are completely wrong. But I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's.
I think we'll be all right.
And I think what happened with the class of 2019, I'm pretty sure Adam Silver was like, this will not happen again.
Hey, bro, it's the
I
quiet
can
ones
see
you got to watch out for. It's like, nah.
I can see it
me,
with
me
Scoop.
personally, I don't think Adam Silver is actually doing anything in terms of these types of situations. Like I feel like if I'm keeping to the stack, if I'm the NBA CEO and I got people under me like in these organizations, like the owners of the Grizzlies, the owners of the Lakers, Pistons, whatever, I'm expecting y'all to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta come in and handle it, it's just like
50 games.
why? That's like why do I gotta come in here and handle the business y'all should have had corrected before my name got brought up? You know what I'm saying? Adam Silver as the CEO is probably dealing with a lot of things that's like bigger than what's going on in the NBA right now. And y'all got to call him in order to handle Zion. Y'all can't as Grizzlies and Pelicans. Y'all can't do it. Is it that well within your power not to handle it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me personally.
I mean, they grown men, so and I
Right?
don't think
That
the
too.
Zion
They do what they're gonna
I don't
do.
think the Zion situation is that bad in
It's
hindsight.
not.
He was
It's
just
not.
messing with a porn star and he got another girl pregnant. And
Yeah.
okay, that happens all the time. I just think also that we've had relatively quiet legends like Westbrook, quiet, Durant, quiet, Steph Curry, quiet, Giannis, quiet, Jokic, quiet, LeBron, mega quiet. Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade. Okay, Dwayne Wade had a little bit of scandal because he was cheating with Gabrielle Union. But most of our legends that we grew up on, them niggas knew the game when they got into it. Like they knew what the setup was. They knew what they was doing. Like they knew it from the very beginning. So a lot of them was just kept their head down and hooped, bro, and it was barely in the news. But LeBron get the
It's not,
name of
man.
saying that he was always in the lead and he was always quiet. But like Steph was always quiet. Westbrook was always quiet. Durant was always quiet. Kyrie was quiet. A lot of these players, it's this new class that just want clout and just want to be outside and being noisy.
You just gotta be
And
quiet about it. Go ahead, P.
but it's just like to which Trent you definitely spitting, but to relate back to the question, it's just like in terms of watching yourself when you get into a certain level of success, whether it's men approaching you or women approaching you, just protect your circle. You know what I'm saying? And make sure your circle make sure they have your expectations right. Because for me, if I were to be in that line of success the way like these athletes are and a lot of these celebrities, like y'all as my guys, I would expect y'all to tell me like, hey, like no, this is not the move. Like, you shouldn't do this. This is not a good idea. Because for me, I'm going to listen to y'all first and my family first before I listen to my agent. And that's always going to be a must. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like for my agent, he's just supposed to look at the business aspect of it. So it's just like I would rather for my circle to be tight with the trustworthiness and like
Your
my
best
family,
interest. Yeah.
yeah, for my best interest. Because I need people that know me. You know what I'm saying? To like
Mm-hmm.
direct me into the path that where I would want to go in terms of like relationship wise and who I should look out for. Because not every woman is a diamond. I'm sorry. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them are actors, actually cynical people out here that's trying to like deteriorate what you are right now or what you could be.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
for me,
Over there
yeah,
cooking, P.
Mm-hmm.
oh, absolutely. So I probably want my circle to have the expectation. You know what I'm saying? For me, it'll probably be all about the circle.
I mean, a lot of times they circles, I guess, ain't they friends. They just there for the clout and the money, the handout.
Hmm.
That's all they're there for. They ain't out there for friendship. A lot of times they don't have true friends. This is some industry dude that I became friends with, and he cool. So I guess he cool. He don't do nothing crazy, but he not gonna tell him right for wrong. He not gonna influence him. I don't care, bro. You just handed me 15,000 because I'm your friend. Like I don't give a
Right.
fuck what you do, bro. Like you do whatever you want. Like, a lot of times people don't have true loyalty,
I feel like
like true
too,
friendship,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
and sometimes they get too big of a head. I'm Zion, nigga. Who you gonna tell me what I can't do? I'm a grown man.
Yeah, facts.
You're right.
I feel like too, like a lot of those friends who are getting handouts, they're too afraid to say something real because they don't want to lose that opportunity of getting a handout. It's like, and I feel like the real ones, they don't give a damn about the money you make. They care about you. Like, and like Trent brought up, there is a chance you might come across someone who is so inflated by the success they made that they's like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Even though you got all the loyalty in the world, you was there before the money, all that. Some people they can't handle that level of success because they like, oh, I made it here. I don't gotta listen to what you got to say. Like, I'll just stop fucking with you. Like, there's cases of that too. And it's just I think it boils down to like you said, what Perry brought up, the circle at the end of the day, like who you have
Like
around your circle, who you are as a person.
like OJ Simpson, he said, "I'm not black. I'm OJ."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's a wild
and
statement.
that's a crazy fundamental statement. Sometimes people be sniffing themselves too much, and you end up in effed up situations like what's going on with Zion. Tragic, Very tragic to hear. But hey, you gotta lay down. You
Well,
lay in that bed, bro. You gotta deal with it.
my also thing is like situations like for Zion and other people that probably get tackled with this with their, I guess you could say, fame or clout. I guess like for men and women in general, how do you know? Like if Jamil's like this seven net worth $700 million famous person,
I wish.
and
Oh yeah.
like uh a woman comes into his life and she seems as genuine as she can be. She writes herself off as a genuine person, but later down the line you realize she's just out for greed. But she kept the character that she's a genuine person throughout the entire time she's met Jamil. How is Jamil supposed to know she's this good person? You know what I'm saying? Or how is Jamil supposed to know that she's
A snake in the
a,
grass.
yeah, a snake in the grass when she started out as this wonderful person? Like, is he just supposed to find out, or like,
You want to be real? Sometimes the Lord be talking to you. Sometimes people like that gut feeling that tells you to move or tell you to move on. Listen to it. A lot of times
Right.
that be God telling you. A lot of times people ignore it because it feel good.
I'm gonna be
That's
real with you too. Like I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like you get that feeling, and especially if you've been through some things, you kind of have an experience eye, if that makes sense. Uh, for me personally, if I ever came across that amount of money, or I'm gonna speak it to existence, when I come across that amount of money,
Hey,
um, I'm gonna off rip be suspicious of anyone new. If you didn't know me before the money and you met me afterwards, I'm suspicious off rip. I'm not saying I'm not gonna trust you. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna be open to trusting a new person, regardless if you're a new friend or a girl approaching me on that level. But I'm gonna be suspicious because, like, all right, are you really trying to get to know me, or you see me somewhere, or I got money and you trying to get something out of me? Like off rip, I'm suspicious. Off rip, off
mm,
rip. That like you gotta work a lot harder than you would have if I didn't have this money. Like a lot. Like
the only reason why I asked that question is because like we're getting heavy into the day and age where like dating isn't even fast anymore. Like dating back in like 2018 up to like maybe 2021, it was super fast paced. But at this point, I feel like we're at the time where it's just light speed. Where like the second you meet someone, the next question is, well, when are we moving in together? You know what
okay.
I'm saying? Or like stuff of that nature. So it's just like, and I know from what I've seen in a celebrity limelight is that a whole lot of male celebrities and female celebrities encountered these people who they thought were like these genuine, forever, once in a lifetime people, and they ended up being snakes in the grass. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they didn't get that person or that gut feeling where like they should have gotten that their significant other was this evil person. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Johnny Depp honestly probably thought Amber Heard was the one for him at one point in time. And then it from where they are right now, it took a very long process in order for Johnny to find out, like, hey, she really wasn't the one. Like she really was trying to like throw me into the grass somewhere, bro. Like it's just like
Hey
for
bro,
I
me,
think he had the
that doodle
first time
stain
she
on that doodle stain on the bed was a wake up call. I'm trying to tell
nah.
yeah, I mean the first time she attacked me, bro, and she sliced my finger, bro, I'm gone, bro.
but
Sometimes
that's
people be like, I can make them change. No, you can't.
that's my thing though. It's just like, wasn't there something before that? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, any logical man is just gonna have you kicked out the house automatically after that. Like, there's not even no for discussion. But it's just like I feel like there was other instances before that probably wasn't even told in the courtroom or in public that showed that Amber Heard was that snake. You know what I'm saying? And Johnny didn't get that gut feeling or that telling from his peers that was like, hey, she's an issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I feel like, how are men or women supposed to know when that person exists? You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't get that gut feeling. Like, are we at the point where they just gotta wait to find out?
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, honestly, this time will tell. Honestly, sometimes you meet that person and they're so good at hiding their true intentions that very few people can tell if they lying to you or telling the truth. Like, so it's just we're at that time. It's like people just,
You gotta take that L, man. I know it
yeah,
sucks, but
yeah, you just gotta take it, because like I feel like so many people are afraid to be genuine in their true selves because they're so worried about what this person may think if I act this way. But this person, I'll put it like this: if you're a snake and you acknowledge that you're a snake and you do snake shit, I have more respect for you than you would if you lied and act like a wolf in sheep clothing. Will people do that? No. Well, I won't say all people, but majority of people are not going to do that because they're too afraid to acknowledge their, toxic ways. But if you are a person, you know yourself, you like, look, I actually enjoy doing this. I enjoy manipulating people. There's some people out there that like that shit. I would rather you admit that than lie to me. But like a lot of people ain't gonna do that. A lot of people ain't.
like I say, if I'm rich and I'm not in a relationship, bro, that's how it's gonna be until I die, bro. It's
I'm
over.
trying to tell you, I can't trust is hard to give to somebody
Very
like
hard.
when you got that much money, because you know that you are the standard. A lot of people are gonna give you leeway simply because of
They're
what you can provide.
they're hunting. They're trying. No matter, like Perry said, there's people out there that are going out their way to maliciously tear you down. They see you
Absolutely.
succeeding. He doesn't deserve it in my eyes. So I'm gonna try to tear you down. So that's why you just play video games, bro. Be like T-Pain and Twitch, bro. Don't
That's
do
another
nothing else,
thing
bro.
too. Like I hate when people have the audacity to say, "Oh, he doesn't deserve it," but like you seeing him when he made it to success, you didn't see what he did to get there. You're seeing the results, and it's like I hate when people do that. It's like that's wild.
The main reason
Jealousy.
why I asked that question is because I wanted the viewers of Purple Capsule to know that it's really okay to know about the fact that um, you're not always going to have that peer to tell you when something is bad, and you're not always going to have that gut feeling to tell you when someone is bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just there's just going to be times where it just doesn't exist. It's just about how you handle it after you know what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like like I hate to bring her up. I'm not gonna say her name, but my ex, before the current lady I have now, I was not given a single sign, not a sign from my peers because my peers didn't know it either. Not a sign from my peers, family members, or my gut told me that she is there to only fulfill her needs and to cheat on you, to play you, and to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I did not receive not one single feeling. But what I did afterwards, it was just like, okay, you know what? She did this nonsense. That's cool. But I'm gonna do me. A lot of men that would run into the situation that I ran into would probably do a lot more physical harm than they would emotional or mentally.
Yeah,
But for me, I took the golden route. You know what I'm saying? Because just like because that also plays into the line of success. Like you have this successful life, you meet this wonderful woman, you think is the one, you think you really about to get in that bag of the golden life, everything's perfect, and then next thing you know, they a snake.
Oof.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh,
That's heartbreaking. Just to imagine that is like wow, and I think it's a testament to not only you but any other people out there that's been through some things, and they didn't like take the malicious route or they didn't turn into that terrible person. I feel like when you go through things and you just take it a certain way, you kind of mature in a lot of ways, both in age, emotional maturity. Like emotional maturity is a big deal. Like a lot of people, I
mhm.
feel like a lot of people don't talk about that more, and I feel like and that's I'm not even trying to say like a sexist war type of thing where it's like a lot of men are viewed as these immature, emotional people who just do things. They don't have any feelings, emotions, or anything like that. And I appreciate someone who can self-reflect and be self-aware. Like, all right, this happened. It sucked. It was terrible. What am I going to do to better myself in this situation, rather than take it out on the world or whatever the case may be? Like, I had to have the utmost respect for someone who could do that. Like, it takes a lot of guts, strength.
Awesome.
So,
Y'all cooking today, man. They missed out on a good pod. I'm hold you.
oh yeah, nah. This is
Oh.
we might have to. All right,
I mean, I like this
It's
little.
the-
I like
it's
this
the
little
one-
small.
this the one I can show to my mom because we be doing too much on the other ones. Oh wow.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Becca might have to become a regular, man. I like her energy.
Yeah. We bringing
like
the
energy.
intellectual out. Like,
Okay.
yeah, let's get it.
Have some real unpacking. You know what I mean? The real unpackers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the episode, man. That's
Yeah.
we was cooking on this one, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we at
Top 10.
there.
We pretty much there, and we started at 8:30, so it's damn near 10:30.
Let me know when we get to like, comment, subscribe part. I got to
We
keep
there,
the energy
bro.
going.
Solo ain't here, so we there.
All right, like, comment, or subscribe, or you just gonna miss your work because your alarm clock didn't go off.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Right?
Every time you wake up, you're gonna stub your toe on something.
Yeah.
Damn.
No.
There
I
you go.
got you. Like, comment, subscribe, or you gonna pour that milk in your cereal bowl and you gonna realize the milk is expired. Yup.
Mm.
Mm.
Like, comment, subscribe, and every time you eat something hot, you burn your tongue.
Yup.
Mm.
Shout out to
There we
Solo.
go.
Had to keep the energy going.
Shout out to Solo, man. Well,
Indeed.
Purple Capsule, bro. Hey, we here.
With each and every stride, you're growing stronger. The dark is taking flight, so don't